If I saw my woman do that, we would have a very big problem.
Now, so you're more or less
You're more worried about the dress.
You're more concerned about the interaction than the dress.
I haven't gotten to the dress.
Oh, my bad.
Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
All right. Welcome to the Application of Knowledge podcast.
I'm back.
We have Chris James in the building. We have Stephen Michael in the building.
Hey.
And I am Animated Mel. We are on episode 76 of our podcast. And I hope you all are having a beautiful
It's almost
day.
100 episodes.
Almost 100. We got like a few more weeks and we'll be there, man. I mean,
We got more than a few more weeks.
yeah, we got like
Right.
We got like half a year.
77.
we got a few months.
We got at least half a year.
We got a few months. My bad.
We really should be looking at 80 and then 90.
4 weeks it'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah, we got a lot of months, but okay. Y'all want to talk about something fun?
Yeah, man.
It's your show, man.
No, it's our show.
Okay.
But we gonna start it off.
But you the one that's here every week, right? Because I wasn't here.
Hey,
I
man,
wasn't here last week.
Some people care and some people don't.
Wow.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You know.
And who's to some people who care?
Hey, just whoever's on this cast sometimes and sometimes not. You know, it is what it is. But it's all good. You know, it's all love and all that jazz. But Chris is back with us.
Shady.
Chris is back with us. People enjoyed our conversation, man.
They, that's good.
People enjoyed our nice little conversation.
What y'all
man.
talk about?
I mean, we talked about the dude that be on the water.
It's
And Steve was getting his little knowledge off. You know what I mean? Steve was flexing. He was rocking out. He got his little his German knowledge. Because he studied.
Oh yeah,
that.
he goes into that history.
You know what I mean? Which I actually I rock with it, man.
That's good, man.
I rock with it. I was like, okay, look at Steven go. That's why I have a lot of clips where I just got you doing your thing. I'm like, I'm gonna let Steve get his thing.
All right, man. I did notice that all the clips I saw were me.
I still have more.
I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was
no, nigga. He was speaking. Well, I can't just butt in. But if he's talking about something that I'm not super knowledgeable about. Hey, nigga, cook. I'm gonna let him cook.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely was.
You know what I mean? He had the apron on.
Chef Curry.
He was out there cooking, man.
Sharpening knives, you know what I
Yeah, I mean, but we're going to shift the conversation this week to something a little bit more interesting, a little bit more opinionated. The world was up in a roar.
Oh, boy.
I think I know where we're going.
You know where we going. The world was up in a roar when Keke.
I knew it.
You love me.
I knew it.
Oh, we righty.
I knew it.
Yeah, me, Keke Palmer. Have you seen that video?
I haven't seen the video, but I saw the picture.
I didn't see a video either. I saw pictures.
You didn't see the video?
No, I just saw pictures. I didn't know there was a video.
Let me show you. Let me see if I can.
Pictures come from a video.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a video real quick. I figured y'all would have saw it because I saw you and Isaiah.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you seem pretty opinionated to not see the video. When you and Isaiah were talking about it, I was like, I figured y'all both knew exactly what was going on.
Well, I mean, unless.
All right, here is the video. If I can see it clearly. You know how I feel.
This was at his concert, right?
Yeah, in Vegas.
Oh, okay, it's a show.
Yeah.
She said, I can sing too.
That's right, Keke.
He brought her on stage?
No, she was
went
sitting
to her
down.
section, I guess. She is girling.
Yeah. She was like,
Usher been out for a long time. A lot of these people grew up listening to him.
Yeah.
People don't realize, because he's so young, people don't realize.
Oh, there's more?
more?
No, that missed. That's about it.
Okay.
All right.
That wasn't bad.
That was about a minute. That's about a minute of that.
That wasn't bad.
So for those who haven't, well, I'll throw the video up on the screen. I probably have to mute the audio because it's fucking, you know what I mean? It's copyright. There goes my baby. It's playing.
It was less than like 15 seconds.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Really?
Yeah, that's YouTube.
I don't know. I'm
gotta give people credit. You know what I'm saying?
just give them credit, it's Usher.
But okay, and so people were the only reason why this was an issue.
Okay, first of all, what happened?
Well, that video came out with Usher dancing, or Keke Palmer dancing with Usher. And then, people response. But Keke Palmer's boyfriend, he put out a tweet and he stated something along the lines of, actually, let me see if I can find it. Nigga, I need to do proper research, right?
Yeah, you need to have these clips already set up.
But he basically said she's a mother. Because they just had a child together.
Right.
Let me see. Keke Palmer.
Do you love me?
Boyfriend.
Is that the Keke from
No.
Drake?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Let me look on TMZ because I know they had it on there. TMZ.
The fact that TMZ is still a thing just lets you know where we are.
Yeah, we just love negativity.
Oh, this world is full of fucking negativity.
If it's negative, it runs.
Yeah, it's insane.
Okay, just one. Okay. It's Darius' fault. Okay. What's today's date? The 5th. Okay, we live in a generation where... Okay. His name is Darius Dalton. And so after seeing that video, he tweeted, "We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case."
That was his original tweet?
That was
I don't think that was the original.
his final tweet.
Okay,
I think the first
but
tweets were, "It's the outfit though. You a mom." That was the first tweet.
Yeah.
It's the outfit though, you a mom. And then he followed up with that second tweet of what I just said. Okay. And the only issue that I really have, well, I have a lot of issues, but the main thing only started it is the fact that old boy tweeted. Like, if he didn't tweet that and just like kept that to themselves and maybe addressed it with, Keke when everything was said and done, it wouldn't have caused an uproar about it. Because when you tweet that, it shows that, yes, you're uncomfortable with it, but you're also welcoming other people's opinions, and it's going to make it way bigger than it needs to be. And so from your perspective, if you had a woman who did what Keke did, would you be okay with that? And that's for all of us.
I'll start. So first of all, let me say that there are two major mistakes here. Number one, she shouldn't have worn that outfit. That's number one. And when I say should have, right, that means I'm putting an expectation on her. This is if I was dating her, if I'm putting myself in these shoes. These are things that, you have kids with this woman. These are things that you should already have set as an expectation.
Yeah.
She should know without a shadow of a doubt, he doesn't want me to dress this way, right? And that should be a very clear thing. Like, any woman that's dating me knows that I am more of a conservative man. I don't want you dressing with the booty cheeks out, right? Like, if I'm with you, I will allow a little bit more, right? And I say allow because you're a representation of me, right? Now, I'm not talking about just a random girl that I'm dating. This is like they're together in the point of they have children, whether they're married or not. I don't care about that because in now society, people aren't getting married. They partner up where they're life partners. Okay. So people wanted to say, oh, well, if he cared that much, put a ring on it, bro. That's a mute point at this point.
It's cap regardless.
Right. It doesn't matter because even if she was married, she would have done the same thing.
Right.
Because they're living as if they're married. The only thing is she doesn't have a ring. So that's a mute point. Right. So number one, that should have already been something that should have already been worked on. Now, we don't know if they've talked about this or not, because if this was an expectation based upon what he said as a standard he's already set, she's absolutely in the wrong. Okay, so that's my first issue. She shouldn't have worn the outfit. My second issue is with him, and really kind of goes back to what you were saying, Mel. Never, ever do you put your significant other in the limelight to shame them publicly in this manner. Yeah, it's one of the worst things that you can do to your spouse, right? And I've experienced that on my end via Facebook while I am in a relationship, married, right? And it's the worst feeling. So it's like, bro, why would you say this in a tweet? Even if that was all it was, the one video, most people, let's be real, most people don't even know who you are. I don't know who he is. Never heard of him. No one knows who he is. Like, I mean, for real, Keke Palmer, I don't really know her. I know her name, but I don't know her. I can't tell you what she played in or what she's done, if she's a musician. I have no idea.
The only thing, Keely and a B, spelling bee back in the day.
Is that what she?
That's what she got like. For me, she was famous, but I think she's on Disney as well.
Oh, I have no idea who she really is.
Yeah,
so,
I think she's a Disney star.
Okay. Well, I know her name, but I don't know him, right? So it's like, bro, nobody. I mean, I'm not saying not to shade him, like, you know what I mean?
You a nobody, bro.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, but that's
no. He's not a nobody.
Yeah,
he's just not
he's not well known.
Yeah, and that's. I wasn't trying to shade him or anything, but you just don't do that, right? Because here's what it makes. Number one, it makes you look weak. It makes you look bad in the sense of you don't air your relationship dirty laundry out to the public. This is women do this. Yeah. Like this is a very feminine quality.
Do you think him doing that shows that he's insecure?
I don't even know.
A lot of people are saying that he's an insecure guy.
I don't want to. I hate using the term insecure when it comes to men because it's overused. Mm-hmm. I won't say it's insecurity. I would just say that it's not a good trait. It's a feminine trait.
I'm gonna say this. What it shows to me, not knowing either one of them. I'm in the same camp as you. What it shows to me is she's representing you well. Because if that's what she's doing and that's what you're doing, y'all are a perfect match.
Okay,
see what I'm saying?
I see.
She's
actually mirroring you.
Yeah, there's a reason why you're with her and you have a baby with her, and then she would feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah,
right. So this thing where you trying to buck up it's way too late for that.
It's cap.
Yeah, it's cap. Like any woman that I seriously would date and be with or whatever the case would be, this isn't even a question.
You know what maybe have happened? Let me throw something your way. Because I think you said a very good thing, actually, that I never thought about. What if that is, when he's with her or whatever, it's okay. Like, because the outfit wasn't that bad, right? I mean,
what's the difference between that outfit and what Sierra had?
Okay, hold on a second. Let me say this. When I saw it,
Mel got defensive.
When it comes to pictures, I saw it from the side, and I said, "Oh, it's not that bad." Right, because in the front you could see that she had like the front covered, and I'm assuming that the back was covered as well. But then she turned around, and I'm like, oh, it's just all ass cheeks, right? So when I say it's not that bad,
yeah, with the thumb,
I'm saying like, it was bad.
I was about to.
It was bad.
I'm glad you cleaned that up.
But when I first saw it, I said it's not that bad. Then I think it was yesterday, I saw that picture of her from the back. So I never saw the video until just now.
What she could have did in that dress, instead of it being completely sheer, if she cut some parts out of her thigh, it still gives off very sexy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not.
Or she could have put something around the waist, like something, or just like.
I mean, I just wouldn't have worn that. That's just sheer, and you have to wear a thong because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Right.
It just
so to my point to you, Chris. Mm-hmm. So let's just say that she is a reflection of him. He loves her. They have a child together. They're happy together, and she is comfortable wearing she felt comfortable. Yeah. The problem was now because of how the world is in the dating culture. Now somebody said to him, "Hey man, you let your girl go on stage like that?"
That's exactly what happened.
So now he got gaslit.
That's exactly what happened.
So now he feels like, oh, I need to speak. Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel? Because I think that's once again, I think that was a very valid point that you made.
Yeah,
and
that's probably exactly what happened.
Yeah,
and also Usher. You know what I'm saying? Usher got his little. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't feel her or nothing. I thought that
Usher, he was leaning into it a little bit. Mel, you see that?
That's what he does.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I don't think that Usher did anything.
Usher didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't think
Usher didn't do anything.
Nothing wrong. Usher did his thing.
He's doing the show. He's an artist. He's a performer. They're both performers.
Oh, go ahead.
We're
gonna dive in.
Okay.
Me personally, I would have just left it alone because she's a performer. She's an artist. She's a creator. Like, this is the world they live in. This Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj and Sierra, or not Sierra, because Sierra's like married with 14 children. Cardi.
Yeah.
You expect that from them.
Yeah. No one's ever going to, Offset, no one's ever going to come out and be like, you are a representation of me, you shouldn't have worn this. It's never going to happen.
Right.
You could never see a Beyonce doing something like that with an Usher, or I think there's levels to it because there's certain people who present themselves in a certain way. Cardi and Nicki, you say,
right?
But they're very sexual people.
Yeah.
Keke has never been that. She's never come off. If anything that we've seen her in, she hosts the ABC show with Michael Strahan and all that. So she's on like daytime television. We never see Keke in position.
She's classy.
Where she's showing her body like that, And she comes off classy as she carries herself well. I mean, she's a beautiful woman.
Oh no, she definitely.
I like Keke, you know, but I don't think that what she did or how she. I think she did a little too much.
It doesn't. You're basically saying it doesn't fit her brand.
It doesn't fit.
Okay.
Yeah, how she.
I don't know anything about her.
I mean, because like Beyonce and Jay-Z are together.
Yeah,
you couldn't see Beyonce doing something like that.
But Beyonce wears clothes like that.
Yeah, but maybe in a performance,
right.
Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
But I ain't never seen Beyonce's ass cheeks like that.
Not when they're just out to see a show.
No, I never seen her ass cheeks at all.
If you're coming to a show to be entertained, you're not the main point of focus.
Yeah.
You're not going to be wearing anything that's super
Was it like her birthday
like
or something like that?
No, it was just a show.
Just a show?
Because, he has
I guess she just and also possibly it could be a thing because it's Usher. Like I said before, Usher been out a long time. Keke been coming up. She's seen Usher, and maybe there's a backstory there as well.
Possibly. I mean,
who knows?
It's not, but it's.
How you gonna say it's not?
They don't have any history.
No,
it's not. I'm not talking about history between them. I'm talking about like there's certain dudes that women have like, yo, I would risk it all for this nigga type vibe. The way she was fangirling. Like, it's like she rocked with Usher.
There is a, I don't remember where I saw it. I should have screenshot it, but there was a picture that I saw.
TLC.
Of something
when
with
she
her.
Was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a meme. It was just.
Oh, it wasn't.
It wasn't
the internet trying to make something out.
What it's like, Usher used to date Chili.
Okay.
From TLC, and then Keke, she played Chili in like a biopic of TLC, and so they had the meme, the black dude from The Wire, where he would be like, yeah, and so they like combined that together, and then they showed Keke Palmer.
Oh, so that wasn't real.
Usher. Nah,
see the internet.
It's just the internet doing the internet.
The internet's doing the internet. Internet's taking a hold of something.
That's the best they could come up with.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, here's the thing. This is honestly probably an isolated incident.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't look at it as like, oh yeah, she just is wilding right now. She probably was like, I'm going to see Usher, yada, yada, yada. I'm excited. Her girls are like, girl, let's just get sexy. And she said, well, I got this dress. I've been waiting to break out. And she just put it on and went. She
shouldn't even own the dress.
I mean, but once again, it goes back to this is something that she would be comfortable wearing probably with her man. Right. Or if they were together, maybe, who knows, whatever. Because I haven't heard her say anything.
Which is wise.
Right. Like,
she hasn't
don't even feed it.
Yeah,
right?
that's wise. It'll be gone by next week if they don't say anything.
Yeah, it'll be gone. Right. But it sounds like an isolated incident. And I look at it as, because people obviously, the internet's blowing up about it. And I look at it as, guys, this is something that we should all learn from. Particularly men, right? Handle stuff in house. We don't handle relationships on Facebook, on Twitter, right? Your relationship does not need to be on display for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People get confused and think that social media should be a part of their lives.
They think social
Their
media
personal-
is life.
I think it's therapy.
Yeah, like their personal. You need to share absolutely everything. You have no idea how many videos that, but you know what? Maybe I should post this. I'm like, nah, that's not. Why? That's why I'm so hesitant to post stuff.
Now you could post more.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But
You're doing better though.
yeah, I'm doing a little bit better.
Yeah, I've been seeing you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying. But as far as like personal stuff, issues, because I see subliminals that people post on their timeline.
Oh my God.
You know, and I'll be like, it's not even worth getting other people involved because they're adding no value to
Right.
it. Now, what I would like to know, if you all were in this situation, you know what I mean? It's your girlfriend who's at a show. Y'all, you know, let's take Keke out of it. This is no longer about Keke. This is about Steven, Chris, and me. If this is your girl at the show, how would you react? If she, you know, did this, wore those type of clothing, how would you react? What would you do?
Well, if I would have saw the video, right? Because obviously, like they're all both probably big in some way, and they do their own thing. And she's allowed, you know, she just does her own thing, right? She's an adult, right? And that's okay. So he saw the video. The first thing I would have done is probably been like, girl, like, damn, you gonna just wear that dress with the cheeks out? Like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, for me, it's a little much. I wouldn't have overreacted in this way, right? Like, I would have said something like, hey, listen, I don't like that. Them are my cheeks. Them cheeks don't need to be for the world. All right. When you go out, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to have them cheeks all out there for everybody. You're a representation of me. We're family, right?
Cheeky.
And that's it. I would have just had the conversation.
So your thing would be more about what she wore and not the interaction she had with Usher?
Oh, I didn't care about that. Well, that's once again, that goes back to, you know, what happened. What we talked about, like this person being on stage. Like, would you be upset?
Well, you know where Mel's at with
Yeah,
it.
I know. I have no problem with the Usher situation. That didn't bother me at all. And honestly, I would have just simply stated how I felt. Because let's just say that we had not talked about it because it never came up because she's never worn anything like that. So let's just say that never happened. I'm not going to blow it up because we really have never been in this situation before. And I'm just going to simply let her know how I feel about it. And if you want to wear something like that, I would at least want you to wear it while I'm with you.
Right.
Or you can still be very sexy and not be, you can show skin. Like, there's a lot of things you can do. You guys have enough money. You can have somebody put a little something on the cheeks right there. You know, she wanted the cheeks out because you can put a little piece of material, sew it in, make sure the dress is still perfect, sew it in.
Or she could have just not wore it. Or
I'm just saying, like,
there's no reason that what you're talking about doesn't.
Well, I'm done. Go ahead.
No,
So-
I know Mel's.
No, please.
Go ahead.
All right. So me personally, I'm not very. I don't get. I could be very stern when I talk to women sometimes. And it would just be one of them times. I'll be like, that's not a good look. I don't know how much explaining I would do because we probably should already had this conversation. I mean, I already have these conversations. So it's hard for me to even, if someone that I was dating did that, it would be different because we've already had this conversation. And now you're being disrespectful. So now I'm reevaluating.
Because you have a level of expectations.
Yeah. And also, it's like, what are you doing that for? Like, because when women wear clothes, it's for attention. Men, for the most part, don't wear clothes for attention. It's not our thing. If you're a fashionable guy, yeah, maybe. But most men just put clothes on because they got to put clothes on. Women do it because they want attention. And it's like, why? What is that for? You know? So
I do it for myself.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. That's
for
a
you.
lie.
That's the thing they say to deflect, right? I wear makeup for myself. I get the BBL for myself, you know. And then they'll tell you they have really good, strong self-confidence. It's weird. Yeah, it would be bad, man. If somebody did that, I've gone out with someone that I wasn't like in a relationship who did that, and that was fine. But for you to be, you're my girl. Like, we're in a relationship. we're building something together, and people know that. No, that's.
I'm with Chris on that as far as the having a conversation, and there's a certain level of expectation when it comes to the things that I would be okay with in a relationship, but I'm okay with some interaction, I mean, but look,
keep it a buck.
She was the girl.
Take your time, formulate the words.
She is not part of the show. Mm-hmm. If you look at how she engaged interaction, he didn't pull her to him. She went to him and got on him. So you are voluntarily putting yourself in a position.
I mean, I'm saying, like, what if
she is putting herself in that position. If you watch the video, Usher walks over there and talks and sings to her. He doesn't grab her. She comes to him.
Maybe she's a fan.
Let him cook.
That man My bad. Go ahead, cook. Go ahead and put your cayenne there and your hot peppers and your damn you be red pepper flakes.
I'm just saying, man, cayenne, red pepper flakes, all that. But she went to him. If I saw my woman do that, we would have a very big problem.
Now, so you're more or less you're more
worried about the dress.
You're more concerned about the interaction than the dress.
I haven't gotten to the dress.
Oh, my bad.
I'm focused.
Damn,
on this moment.
See, Mel, you got double dose problems. Yeah, Go ahead.
Mel. No, because a lot of times in this situation, we invalidate how that man feels. Because in this entire moment, everyone's focused on Keke. Oh, it wasn't that bad. Oh, he shouldn't tweeted that. But how does that make him feel? Like to see your woman, someone that you're in love with, you have a family with, reaching out and embracing another man. That to me, that doesn't be like, oh, that just happened. No, he did. You're jumping out to another man. That would make me feel some type of way because these aren't the things that I would expect from someone that I made a pact with. Mm-hmm. So no, I would not be okay with that. And the dress is obviously an unacceptable garment. It's not happening. You should not wear things like that when you're married. When you making a commitment to someone. Well, they're
not married.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, okay. They're not married. Okay.
But they're a family, though. Like, they have a child together. I assume they live together. They're together.
Right. They have this family. They have a child and all that stuff. And I wouldn't want my child to look back and see the child's mother dancing with another man when I don't know. To me, it just doesn't rub me the right way. And you're wearing this type of stuff. But I'm also super conservative when it comes to what I want my woman to wear. Mm. Because I'm more appealed to, women fully covered and they're showing just their shapes and stuff like that versus them exposing everything. Not saying it doesn't look good, but it's a turnoff. Like even like being on these dating websites and I see the way these women dress, I'm just like, why would I want to make a future with you if you're just openly showing your body to people that's on these websites? Yeah. To me, that's completely unappealing. Yeah. So I look at it at that standpoint. So I wouldn't be okay with my woman doing anything that Keke just did.
And honestly, it's not to be clear, it's not controlling. It's preference. Yeah. Like listen, nobody's saying that she can't wear what she wants to wear, but he does not prefer that. Right. Right. And I don't think that in general, that's what she normally wears. I really truly feel like this is one of those situations where her girls are like, we're going to see Usher, we're going to have a good time. I'm sure it was probably a celebration or something. Like, girl, or who knows? We don't know, and we're never going to find out because she's not talking about it, which is a good thing. Just let it die. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like this is something that is to be spoken about in the early part of the relationship.
Yeah, they should already know that.
So if it's out of character for her, I'm very forgiving. I can accept that. Like, you know what, girl, I understand it was one of them situations. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You never wear that. What made you What made you feel the need to go put that on? Was it your girl? Man, the girls were just telling me show off. You show the snatch. I just had a baby and I'm feeling good, right? Maybe she is feeling a little bit, like she needs some attention. But unfortunately, that's on her to say to him, right? But I mean, there's a ton of things that we don't know, and it is what it is. But but at the end of the day, I'm not. You talk about his feelings. His feelings are valid, bro. Just don't express them on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not. Hopefully, I didn't come off that way.
No, I don't think you did.
My really, like, the way I looked at it was like, you're trying to make it seem like it's something that you're not right now. Like, y'all, this is y'all's relationship. You're like, yeah, you represent me, da da da. But nigga, you're putting this information on the internet. Like, you are in perfect alignment right now. Like, just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's bad when people, you know what I'm saying? Steve, you mentioned a nigga put a battery in his back. Probably.
Yeah.
But also, it's kind of like, bro, you're dating a celebrity. I don't. Me personally, if I was gonna date a celebrity, which I really don't, it's not anything I've ever desired.
I have no desire to do that.
But if I was going to date a celebrity, I would already know there's certain things that come with it.
Yeah.
There's a certain level of expectations.
Mel, could you date a celebrity?
Could I? It depends on what she's famous for.
She's music.
I mean, I could. It just depends on what if she's like if she's like an Alicia Keys, yes.
Okay, that's okay.
Well, Alicia Keys is like one.
Yeah, that's
1-to-1.
Or maybe I could.
What about
that.
Jennifer Lopez?
No.
What about Jill Scott?
If she lost weight, I would. Because I think Jill Scott's actually a really pretty woman.
She is pretty. She's just a little.
I think she's really beautiful. She's voluptuous, but she is a little too chubby for me. I can't do that.
But that type of vibe though, like just someone like that.
Yeah, like
okay. What about?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Erykah Badu.
Yeah. That vibe. You know what I'm
you
saying?
would date Erykah Badu?
That's
okay.
not. Wow.
Erykah Badu's actually really beautiful.
No. We're not
She's
talking
not
about her looks. We're talking about Erykah Badu. You would date Erykah Badu?
I would have to.
She's a little too out there for me.
I would obviously have to get to know her, but she does things that are a little ratchet at times. That'd be like, Okay.
She kind of goes from one extreme to another.
Yeah, but I mean, I like her. I like how she's different. She's
very different.
She's very different, and she's still in Dallas. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Janae Aiko. You know what I mean?
Now come on, man. Everybody's. Janae Aiko.
Janae Aiko's.
Yeah,
Janae is almost
bad.
like she's like Alicia Keys.
She's so
in that
bad.
same.
Yeah.
You know,
Alicia Keys.
like
Janae
you could be like that's a thing. Like, femininity does not need to be nude to be sexy.
Right.
Like, if you are a very feminine woman, you can be sexy and be completely clothed. What do you think all these people in these other countries with their women are in hijabs and they're fully clothed? Like, now I know that there's a lot of arranged marriages and stuff, but I mean, me personally, I see pictures of them or whatever, and even just their eyes, you're like, man, I don't know, there's something sexy about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a mystery.
Yeah. Like, and you can still see certain things through the, like, bro.
Almost like a sundress.
Almost.
A little stiffer.
A little, not quite, but.
Quite.
Like, I be seeing these girls, they be wearing everything covered. I be like, man.
Mel, you are so conservative. Like, you are so conservative. It's weird. Like, think about where you came from. How you was raised.
The thing is, I kind of always been like that in a way, but I just didn't realize what it was because when I was the first time I fell in love, like when I was in like 12th grade, the girl that I was with at that time, I didn't want her wearing shorts.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Like shorts, like the thigh, like Daisy Dukes.
Daisy Duke.
I was just like, nah. I said, nah. You can't wear no shorts. I ain't have that. I don't want. But obviously it's probably like ridiculous. But I just felt uncomfortable with the woman wearing thigh high shorts or whatever. You know what I mean? It was just weird.
Well, also to be fair, this is a different time. So times back there, like Daisy Dukes, that was slutty.
Yeah.
Like that was like, whoa. You all like I can see your upper thighs. Like that's like, oh yeah, she's loose. You know what I'm saying? And so nudity, I mean, it was out there, but it wasn't out there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's really nice to look at, But I do I think that's kind of like the confusion. Like, oh, it's
Yeah.
really nice and it's appealing to look at.
Well-
but for me, I cannot see this person being someone that I would want to invest my time in and fall in love with, because I'm like, you're not. I don't want to be represented this way at all.
Think of it this way. Well, as a man, this is how it makes sense to me. I'll see a nice car, and I'm like, that's a nice car, but I wouldn't buy it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Those are things. Yeah,
has nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
Right. It's a nice car. It's not for me, but I like it. It looks good. It looks. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I
like
look
art.
at it.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect example.
Yeah.
It's like art. It's the funny thing about it is 100% nudity would actually evoke a whole different vibe. It's the little bit of nudity. Like when if you're 100% nude, people really do look at it different. Like there's these exhibits and things. You go to a nude beach, like it's a whole different vibe when it's 100% nude.
So you think that the 100% nude would be more acceptable than clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah, when
dude.
you put
I can
on, if
actually
you
see
had
that.
on a string bikini, and it's just this little thing covering up the nipples, and then just a little slit covering up the hoo-hoo, you know what I'm saying? Then it's just like, bro, I mean, it's so little that it's just like, nigga, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like-
it plays with the imagination.
Yeah, because if it was me, if I saw a girl on the beach that was fully nude, I feel honestly, I'd look away.
Yeah.
Like for real, like
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, something's. No, I'm not looking at this.
Yeah.
you know. But then if she got on a bikini, but it's like nothing, I'm gonna be like, hey,
Like, you
Yeah.
just can't help it.
I'm gonna be like looking up over my
just
book,
can't help
like,
it.
It's weird, but it evokes a different emotion. It's weird, but it's
Yeah.
true. Because there's this girl that I follow on Instagram. She does like yoga and stuff in the nude. I don't remember why I started
She
following.
blur her body out or something?
Nah.
How can
but she does it where you can't really see anything.
oh, I see.
And but I was looking, I was like, for some reason, this isn't bad to me.
It's art.
Yeah.
Like especially yoga too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost art. But if she was in yoga pants or like really small shorts, it'd be like, now it's sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think clothes do add a different level of attraction to someone that's, a little bit more appealing.
The emphasis on your words, attraction,
My bad.
appealing.
Hey, man, gotta
You all right, man?
add that extra level of infliction.
You excited? You got a little. You putting a lot of
definitely
emotion
excited.
into these words.
He's definitely excited.
excited?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a good day, right?
It's a good day.
It's a beautiful day.
Hey man,
we're alive. We woke
I got a
up.
topic.
We feel good. Let's talk about it, Chris. What we talking about, baby?
I got a topic, man.
All right. Chris got a topic. Let's go.
Hey man, look. These aliens, bro.
Uh-oh.
Like the aliens, the whole alien thing is coming to fruition. We've talked about it a little bit before. So like in the I will say in the truther community, for years, decades even, people have been talking about this alien, the fake alien invasion. And to be honest with you, like when I started studying cosmology, the shape and nature of the Earth, our solar system and all that stuff, I was like, I don't believe in interdimensional beings or like intergalactic beings anymore, like aliens coming from Mars or something. But I did become more solid on aliens being real and being here. And then I started thinking, man, there might be something to what people be talking about as far as aliens coming, in the past and basically pretending to be gods and all this stuff. And that's where some of the Greek mythology comes from. And now, I don't know if y'all heard, but they're like, bro, like they're here. I mean, the government has been,
Slowly talking about it, getting us used to it.
infusing it, right? And it's like, and now all of a sudden it's like, nah, they're here. So maybe last week or something like that, this family, so they saw a streak across the sky. It looked like a shooting star. And apparently a craft or something, I believe it was a craft, landed in this family's backyard, and they called the police. They're like, yo, there's like a creature in our backyard. It's like 8 foot tall.
Dang.
It's two of them. I think one was shorter. I think one was 8 foot tall. I don't remember. But usually people will write it off. Number one, they're running this on like mainstream news.
Really?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
They're running it on mainstream news.
Getting people ready.
And there was a police officer in the area that saw the flash, that saw the quote unquote shooting star.
This was last week?
Yeah.
Was it sub last week? Was it sub last week?
Nah.
No, the sub was
like
like
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was like 2
Oh,
days.
okay.
I mean, it was heavy last week because
Yeah.
remember they were lost for like a week.
Yeah.
So they're here, man.
But what made you believe that it's true?
What
Do
made
you
me
think
believe
that's true? The
story?
Yeah, that they're talking about. I mean, if we want to go with the narrative that the mainstream media they're pushing that, why would you believe that it's true?
Well, see, I believe that there are other species of creature like that are humanoid. I believe that. So that's what I was saying when I was studying cosmology. So I've always believed in aliens, always. But then when I started studying cosmology, I said intergalactic beings, that's not a thing. But interdimensional beings, I think that's a thing. And they've always been here.
So if they've already so they've never been outside of Earth. They've already been on
I think
Earth.
they're terrestrial.
Interdimensional. So
Yeah.
so intergalactic would be Star Wars type stuff. You said you never.
I've never watched. Actually, no, I have watched Star Wars, but I don't remember enough
That
about
as
it.
an anime fan, and I understand the anime and this are different, but
It's different.
They're definitely different.
Completely different.
I
don't. The thing is, I'm not attracted to things that happen in space.
But you like Cowboy Bebop.
I
That's
understand.
Cowboy Bebop and
Okay.
Gundam Wing.
So those
And,
are
Outlaw Star.
that stuff is intergalactic, which
Yeah.
means we can go from
And
stars.
Dragon Ball. I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
give it to you,
yeah,
but nah, not really.
But basically, they're not. It ain't all this outside of us. It's all here.
Yeah.
Right. And this is where you start when you start studying, like flat Earth. We talked about Antarctica. Like this, is where a lot of that comes from. We're like, well, no, space is actually underwater.
What if the
And-
aliens are in Antarctica since we can't go there?
Or they're interdimensional.
Okay, so like, let me explain interdimensional because it can be a little.
Yeah, because
confusing.
when y'all say that, nigga,
And
I'll be like, I'm just let them keep talking. 'cause
I'm gonna
I-
send you to the next dimension.
Yeah, in the next dimension, yeah.
It's not on Earth. It's coming from somewhere that's out. It's not on Earth. It's coming from somewhere else.
Yeah, man,
Okay.
think of it like a parallel universe. All right, so go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it. That's not how I'm describing it. So when I talk about interdimensional, I'm talking about, okay, you have the poles, right? Well, it's only one, really. There's like one pole.
North Pole.
There's a North Pole.
Ain't
You
no
go to the
South Pole.
South Pole and it's pointing north. Like
no
it's
South
north.
Pole.
So, outside of our known world and the laws of nature that we understand, as far as density and buoyancy, which people call gravity, outside of that, I believe there's a very supernatural world. So when I say in a different dimension, I just mean outside of the known world and the laws of physics that we subscribe to. That's what I'm talking about. It could literally still be on this plane. So, you've got the inner Earth theory, which I've never really grasped to, but like Admiral Byrd wrote about it in his document when in his journal. He went to the North Pole. It's funny because everybody talks about the South Pole, but I think the North Pole is really like what's special because it's the center of the known world. There's something special about that, and I think that's where Aurora Borealis comes from.
Yeah.
I think it comes from there. So we know there's something very, very special going on there.
Yeah, them lights. You just wear like we.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the lights and gas. Nigga, there's something. There's something more than that up there.
Something special.
Did anything happen to those people? Did they die or did they?
No, the aliens apparently left. But here's the thing: no video footage. That's a little odd.
2023, man. Your camera, your phone is with you.
It's with you.
I'm not gonna believe it.
You're on your phone calling the cops. There's these aliens. Yeah. So back to your question, Mel. Do I believe it? It's not that I particularly believe that news story. Mm-hmm. I think that the people may have seen what they thought they saw. Mm-hmm. But what I believe is what I'm saying that they're doing is they're finally rolling out the alien invasion.
Okay.
That's basically what I'm saying.
Well, they said that 6 months ago this was going to start. And then they were going to start with like there was going to be a hologram.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've known this for a while.
And then now they have that thing in Vegas where there's a big
The ball, a sphere.
That big thing. Japan has their 4th of July or whatever celebration. They had this big dragon that was a complete hologram that everyone was like, it looks real.
That thing was fire.
Like this, it's just, bro. It's just. So I see what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
They're now starting to say, oh yeah, aliens. Like so, then when they do decide to launch this whatever, people are gonna be like, oh my god, we've been hearing about this because these people are just all asleep.
Yeah.
Man, it's fucking.
This world is full of. Oh my gosh. I'm not. Go
ahead.
It's just, dude, I'm telling you, it's very obvious to me. I see this. It's like a fucking video game. You can see the world and you can see how it's moving, the manipulation that's happening, and how people are being so easy controlled by everything that's happening on the news. People are fucking. They're mindless. They don't think for themselves. I don't know anything about this. They're the professionals. They're the ones who have the answer. So I'm just going to believe them because they're the ones who studied this shit. And they don't question anything that they receive from the media that they hear. It's just like, why are you just going to be so believing or so trusting to things that has been consistent with fooling you throughout history? I don't understand how people just listen to this shit and be like, huh, you know what? I'm going to take the I believe this shit. But hey, you know what? I'm just going to do this because this scientist is having the man. Motherfuckers it's like because motherfuckers is stupid. People are stupid. They don't think for themselves. Think for yourself. And that's why we have all these fucking okay, I'm not gonna do it. But we have all these fucking diseases. Fucking I'm doing it. We got all these fucking diseases. We got all these people who are dying and getting sick and eating all this food. Niggas is gonna start killing this GMO food, the lab grown meat.
Oh my god, it's gonna be cheap too. Why?
Niggas is gonna be killing that. Like, nigga, they showed how it's like created. You know, they take dead cells from the animals.
Cancer cells.
Yeah, they take these cells and they just watch them grow, and then it produces this meat. And this is what they're gonna fucking sell and give to people to eat. Like, come on, man. Like, we don't see this. Like, we don't see the play. Watch, like we were talking about last week. We're gonna see all this influx of disease, a new disease. People are going to start losing fucking limbs and stuff. Oh, why? Oh, they should think about when it started. Anytime people, because like you kind of drilled it into me a little bit last week. We were talking about looking at looking at the history of stuff.
It's like pause makes it gay.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't even think that didn't even.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But no. He drilled it because it's like if you look at the history of where these things come from, then you can know where we're going to go. Our history is going to dictate the future.
Yeah.
And it's like a cycle. It happens all the time. And so I was telling Chris and Steven about how I am a party pooper. I'm a party pooper, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry.
Even though you look like the life of the party.
You look like the party.
I'm still the life of the party. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? It's just that when people, if I'm at a party and people see me, I'm going to be in my own vibe. I'm going to have I'm going to have my water bottle and I'll be drinking my water. Nigga, we started getting into conversations.
They think you had some wine.
Yeah, they was like, what is that, alcohol?
Is that hooch?
I was like, yeah, I'm walking around with all this damn vodka. You know what I mean? But they'll ask about this, and I'm like, yeah, this is sun-charged water. Like, yeah, you know, and they start inquiring and asking about that.
Well, no one's ever heard of that. That's a weird thing to say. Like, you got to look at it from their point of view. They'll be like,
it's kind of hard because I don't think like that.
Yeah.
You know, because honestly, I think it's just a normal thing.
right.
That's just because you've been living up on this.
in this world, bro. Because even when I have clients and stuff, and I'll be like, yeah, you know, you should charge your water or whatever. They're like, okay, yeah, I already know you talk about that. Everybody's always familiar with it, but outside of this world, don't nobody know about that.
Bruh, we live in a bubble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I've realized that.
Yeah.
I've realized that I'm the outlier. I am the one who would be considered the weirdo or the crazy one.
Oh, we're weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I live a healthy lifestyle and you are deciding to put all these chemicals. Like, cats are spraying, like, you know, because there's mosquitoes and bugs and shit. Cats are just
Off.
and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? The bugs are going to bite you. Just let it happen. It's, like, you're not going to die from these bug bites. You're killing yourself, spraying all these damn chemicals on yourself.
Here's the thing. The problem is that they're worried about it from an external perspective. Like, what can I do to stop the bug bite? Or what can I do? Well, I know that now, Bill Gates is releasing these mosquitoes. Like, bro, I'm not worried about that. What I'm doing is I'm looking at, well, how can I then make sure that my immune system is in the right place so that if there is a foreign invader, my immune system takes care of it, right? How can I make sure that I am in a space to where if something were to happen to me, do I have the knowledge to support the removal of this toxin? Right? That's what we should be focusing on, not what chemical can I put on my body, right? Because if you're talking about a mosquito where, I mean, we know that citronella, right? We know that there's certain plants that they don't like. We know there's sprays. Do you think that they're stupid enough to create a GMO, to engineer a bug that doesn't have some sort of resistance to these things?
Right.
Like, you would imagine that they would already know, well, there's certain chemicals that these bugs are naturally resistant to. Let's put a gene in there that makes them unresistant to it, right? So then this is where we're going to see they're playing, like, bro, this is where they start playing God, right? And then this is where we start getting this resistant or antibacterial resistant bacteria. So where you have now bacteria that's spreading and you catch bacteria antibiotics, right? The antibiotics are not able to then help because antibiotics are basically science's cure all. Like if you have some sort of infection, give them antibiotics. But then what happens is that same bacteria will then get resistant within yourself, and then you can spread that resistant bacteria to other people, right? So then now I can have strep throat for my first time ever. I haven't taken any kind of antibiotic in 20 years, but because it was already a strain that was already that had the ability to resist the antibiotic, then I'm not going to get well, and then I'm just going to get ate up by strep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these bugs, they're already coming out. And I don't know this for sure, but I guarantee any smart person that's going to put this out there would already make them resistant to certain types of sprays and you know what I mean, antibiotics and stuff. Yeah. So the only thing that it can't make resistant to is your immune system. Right? So, because your immune system has the ability to adapt.
It's going to learn.
Right.
Like, I have this in my body. Okay, how can I get rid of this?
Exactly. It's made for that. So, there's nothing out there that they can put in us or whatever that we can't fight against if your immune system is strong enough to then battle against it. That's what our focus should be, right? And that's why I walk around here, bro. I don't got health insurance. I don't care about that. Right, I told someone yesterday, I said, if I get sick, like I have to get hospitalized, I'd be shocked. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I mean, I would be shocked if I got sick.
Well, how do you get sick? That's the thing. How do you get sick?
Well, number one, your inability to detox is what sickness is. So in order for me to get sick, I would then have to then contract or ingest something, whether it is bacterial, viral, through my food, right, in some way to where my immune system does not have the ability to detox this, right? Which would mean it's got to be something damn strong, right?
I mean, the only way we end up in the hospital like that is poisoning.
Yeah. Like it's not going to happen just from food or just a normal everyday thing.
And if that's the case, if we're being poisoned, we got bigger fists to fry,
we got bigger. We need to tighten up the security.
Yeah, I was listening to somebody recently, some old school cat, talking about he ain't been sick in 20 years or 40 years or whatever the case it was. He was like, I don't have to worry about getting sick. I'm not worried about getting sick. Like, the problem is, in modern times, they've actually made sickness, they've normalized it.
It's normal.
That's what the fuck it is.
You're going to healthcare, you're going to get sick.
We're not supposed to be getting sick.
We're not supposed to get sick.
Like, come on, man.
Now you're going to have your detox symptoms, which are your cold and flu-like symptoms. Those are detoxes, right? Now I'm not saying that. Hold on. I'm not saying that those are normal for humans. But in 2023, in our life,
yeah, sure,
that stuff.
But I'm talking about in a natural world, right? We're talking about in an environment that's not constantly being poisoned.
Right, yeah, that's
because it's not just the body that detoxes. The earth detoxes.
Yeah.
The ground detoxes.
Yeah.
The trees. Everything works in unison to maintain a certain standard. So the only reason why we deal with sickness is because people like Bill Gates. Are we allowed to say this?
Yup. Okay, go ahead.
Because people like Bill Gates are constantly reinforcing the poisoning. If they stop spraying the sky, the earth would take care of that in a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? The bugs, the bacteria, the stuff that people don't like. I'm like, bro, that stuff is good. You're trying to sterilize your lawn and stuff. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Would you have a debate with someone who's like, who has the mindset of like Western medicine society type
What's the
stuff?
point?
Would y'all have a debate?
I mean,
would y'all discuss?
Like, were you talking about for YouTube? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or is this someone that I'm friends with, or
Just podcast. Like if we were to have a podcast, you know, obviously we have our perspective, and we had someone else who had an opposing thought. You know, we're more holistic living, and they're more Western medicine type living. Would you be interested in doing some kind of conversation, debate, or topics about the benefits of each?
I'll say this: as a debater, pause.
Nah, that's not really
I didn't even use it right. Okay.
He losing his pulse power.
As a debater, that's not something I'd be interested in, right? Me personally. If I'm having a conversation with somebody and you have an opposing view, I'm more than happy to have a conversation. Mm-hmm. So even if it was a recorded conversation, right? But I'm not going to sit here and argue with someone. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Like, you can live your life how you want to live it. I'll live mine, and then let's let our results show. Right. So that's me personally.
No, I respect it. That's
okay.
I mean, that's kind of like where I'm at.
Okay.
With it. How about you?
I'm kind of on the same page. My thing is, when you're based on what you're saying, this person, I'm not swaying them, and I don't like wasting my breath. That's the main problem. I will have a conversation. I'll probably keep it light, but I would thrash them. And because here's the thing. No, seriously. I
know he would.
It would be no contest. And the reason why is because the game is rigged in my favor. They don't realize that they've been fed a false narrative. So all of their fundamental beliefs, everything that their whole premise is built on a house of sand. So it's nothing to just start moving a little bit of that sand away and everything comes tumbling down. It wouldn't last long.
It wouldn't, especially if they start talking about health and things like that. I would just be like, look at America. Look at the deaths. Look at the origin of when, you know, people started introducing these chemical-based foods and how people's bodies were in the early 90s or the early 1900s versus to how they are right now.
I mean, you just go back to the 50s. When I say just the 50s, it was 70 years ago. But, I mean, it don't feel like that.
It feels like 50 years ago.
Yeah, it does. I don't know where these 2000s, they crept in on us, bro. Yeah. That's us. These 2000s crept in on us. Yeah. But if you go back to the 50s and the 60s, and I mean, like the everything was different. Yeah. The food was different. Like, as soon as they started changing the wheat, and as soon as they started spraying everything, eating like more in the 20s and 30s, like that's when things started getting bad.
It was the manufacturing.
Well, yes, it was mass manufacturing.
Man, because you got to think, Steve, everybody had farms back then.
Yeah.
You talk to somebody who's 100 years old, they worked a farm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now what you've done is you've sped people's lives up. You started feeding them these magazines and this lifestyle. You got women working now. So no one's doing gardens. We don't got time for that. And then we provide, child care services and everything. So you've split the family up. Now everybody's so busy. Back when you're talking about, they only ate 3 times a day and was at the dinner table.
If 3, probably 2. Well, no. They ate 3 times.
Because you got to think, they work the farm. So guess what? They're going to have their breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, but they're eating at probably 5 a.m. before the sun's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they're eating lunch at noon, but they're in the field all day. They're eating dinner at probably 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was okay. And they're eating their crops.
Right.
So they're getting good water.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then once you've sped everybody's lives up and you've changed, you've got these cities now, right? Because the city, it was all country before. Now people are like, well, what are we going to eat? So now they're putting everything in a bag. And that's when the sickness went through the roof. So you're talking, they always approach it from multiple different angles because the body will adapt, right? So they gave us shoes with rubber soles. They started packaging everything up. They sped our lives up, increasing the stress. So now we're constantly in fight or flight because everything was slower back then.
Yeah.
Literally, everything was slower. You know what I'm saying? And we look at it like, oh, it's slow, it's boring. But it's like healthy, though. And, like you go on Sunday, the whole town gets together and they throw a big bro, like life was so crazy back then. You know what I'm saying? We think we're living it now. Like, we just don't know any better.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I thought that because I was at that party and had a lot of discussions about all that food and stuff.
But you guys didn't have a debate.
No, we were just having conversations and different perspectives.
Don't nobody really want to debate.
Because because it was kind of brought up. I was like, I said, if you were to come to join our podcast, I said, I wouldn't even say anything. I was just, Chris, get these niggas, man. I said, because like, there's a certain level of knowledge that we all have and a different level of retaining that information. And I know my strengths and weaknesses. This wouldn't be my strength. Yeah.
Well, now, we can argue about something else, but not.
Well, where you would this is where I would put you though. You are learning the science behind the wellness. You're learning the science behind the wellness. Period. That's what you're learning. Mine is more anecdotal. Mine is more observational. Mine is more like. It's like critical thinking. So it's really hard to argue with that. And that's another reason why I'm not really interested in debating, because typically when you have a debate, you typically want to see two people who are contemporaries kind of debate two different sides of a point, but using a similar foundation.
Right.
When you have different worldviews, debating becomes very pointless. Number one,
it's just like we're not even on the same. We can't even see eye to eye to even debate.
That's why, because they were eating pizza and all that, and I was just like, I can't eat this because it disgusts me now. Because have you ever eaten pizza? Yeah, I used to eat pizza. It used to be something.
What about a vegan pizza?
All the time.
I don't eat because it gave me heartburn last time I ate it, so I was not doing it. I just listen. I literally just listen to my body.
Okay,
we've had conversations. I would have conversations with them, and they would ask me why I don't eat this, and I would tell them what happens when you eat dairy? What happens when you eat cheese?
You get inflamed.
You get gas. Some people get constipated. You get all these bubble guts. You get breakouts. Your body is literally telling you, this is fucking me up. But you're just like, oh, this tastes good, so I'm going to keep eating it.
Right, yeah.
Your body is saying, I cannot fuck with this, but since it tastes good, I'm going to force my body to eat this. No, listen to your body, but people are so addicted to the taste that they can't even focus on any pain that they're feeling. And so me being more aware of the things that I put in my body, I just say, hey, my body is reacting this way. I don't want my body to react this way, so I'm not going to put this in my body.
That's because you have a connection to your body. We are so disconnected because of the food, right? It's got us so disconnected. We think that, every time I eat this, it just makes my stomach hurt. It's just a thing. No, it's your body telling you I don't want this, right? When you wake up in the morning and you had pizza or you had cheese or you had a cheese stick or whatever the next morning and you're on the toilet for an hour, you think, oh man, that cheese stick is running right through me. No, it's your body saying, hey, I'm sick. I don't like this, right? It's our body is physically telling us something. I have one of my boys, I've been really on him, you gotta eat more fruit, And then he just sent me a picture of, it was a video of him washing his grapes or whatever, and he started eating fruit. And he just sent me a message. He was like, hey man, I like this energy. Yes! You know what I'm saying? It's different. When you start eating certain foods, and people think of energy and they think of caffeine because they don't understand the difference between real energy and actual energy that is derived from an energetic source like fruit. right? So they don't understand, like, bro, this is why I be hard pressed. Like, I be struggling at nighttime because I want a snack, but I'm like, well, I should eat fruit. But I know if I eat fruit, it's going to give me energy. And it's not energy like nervous energy, like caffeine or adrenaline. It's like, nope, now I'm right. It's calm.
Well, you're getting water. So ATP, like the you know what I'm saying? The cells are like, let's go. What you trying to do?
Exactly. So this is where circadian rhythm comes into play, right? Which we should. I've been working so hard, and it's a work in progress to get up 5, 6, 7 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And just move throughout my day. Don't go to sleep. It's so difficult, but it's like that's what I want. I want to be up first thing in the morning before the sun comes up. Going towards the gym, right? Do my hydration, have my first meal at 12, right? Highest part of the sun's highest part of the day, right? Last meal around 5 or 6. That would be, you know what I'm saying? It's so difficult.
That's what I've begun to do. Is
have you
like eat like around? Actually, it's been around like 4ish now, but I've been trying to eat earlier,
yeah,
and just drink water. Or like
the rest of
or eat fruit.
End of the night.
But are you gonna go to sleep earlier though?
It's kind of hard for me to go to sleep.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it's hard for me to go to sleep early, and I'll be like, "Oh, mom, I'm kind of hungry."
Yeah, right. There you go.
I'm kind of hungry.
So then it's like, okay, now it's late. Now it's 8, 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry, but I want a snack.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, if I could eat fruit, but then I know it might keep me up. So I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's. Bro, we are conditioned to be on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
We are conditioned to be out of sync. And it is like we know the actual order that we need to be in. And it's so difficult to get in order. But
that's why retreats are good sometimes. Like you could just get away from the hustle and bustle of life, right? This reality that's been created for us. And you can go somewhere and slow down. Mm-hmm. Once you slow down, things start to fall in place pretty easy, to be honest with you. Like, imagine a place, which I'm sure they've got these types of places, but imagine a place where you get to basically reenact the old world, maybe like 100 years ago. You know what I mean? You just live on a simple farm. Part of your task.
100 years ago, slavery, bruh.
No, it's 1920.
It was not
slavery, 1920.
Was slavery in 1920?
No. We would have been segregated.
Okay, segregation.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Racism was more prevalent.
Absolutely.
Jim Crow's probably 1950, Steve?
I don't.
Yeah, so it was getting to that point.
Yeah, we were definitely segregated, though. You'd walk down the street, hey, where's a white totally fountain?
No, what's funny is that's fake, too. Actually, the world was pretty dope in the 1900s.
It probably was.
You had the world fairs, which I think would have just been exciting to see. It's pretty spooky, but it's
World Fair,
bro. Like you need to research the world fairs.
Big, large groups of people, like the social interaction. Like you could people walked around in suits and they dressed nice, like bro.
And the technology was crazy. The technology 100 years ago was
it like those balls where they have those masks type thing, where they have the suits, the masquerade type thing.
You're
you're saying 1900s, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're thinking. I think that you're probably a little bit further back.
I would like to do those though.
No, I mean
that'd be nice, like a suit, and then you just hold the little mask.
I wouldn't want to hold it, but we can like put a mask on. Like we should do.
Yeah,
we should do like a masquerade party.
Bro, who we gonna invite?
Man, you always got all these party ideas.
No
we can go on the retreat.
You always got these party ideas. You're not planning nothing.
The thing is,
you're not hosting
no damn
it.
friends.
Here's the thing.
To host it.
I would love to host, but you want to know why?
Why are you looking
Please
at me?
Look in fucking front of you. This is why I can't host a fucking barbecue. We have boxes every fucking where.
Hey man,
maybe if we had a garage to put the boxes in, we'd be all right. But somebody decided to put a gym in there, even though they have a gym membership.
There's still boxes in the garage.
We
still have boxes in the garage.
I would have been able to get all these boxes in there.
We got a whole warehouse.
I knew this dude was gonna say something.
No.
I knew
this
he was
gonna say nigga. This was expected, but this is why I was just like, nigga, it'll be hard.
You wouldn't want to host something like that here anyway. This is not the venue for it.
It's not.
You need to rent out a hall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wish we could.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't even have
No.
who we gonna invite. All right?
Nobody. Our circle.
I
is
mean,
super
we just invite our.
Mel, what
it
you
sounds
need,
really
what
good.
you need to do
We
is just go
we
to
just
one.
need women.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah,
we just
That's
need.
literally all you need. And then we won't have to worry about Mel and these parties and everything.
Yeah.
No, I still.
No,
would,
we can still get together.
Dude,
But we just get together.
I would want to do a get together, barbecue, cookout, gathering. Of
We talked
family
about a barbecue
every
already.
2 weeks or either once a
every 2
month.
weeks. Once a month.
Yeah.
For the summer, 2 or 3
I
weeks.
would desire. I love that. I love that more than going out to parties and drinking. That's what I desire, is to be around the people that I fuck with. You know what I mean? And mix with that energy. That's the things that I enjoy that.
You know,
Lot of
Mel,
niggas.
it's funny because if you really want to do that, you can do that. We have a place where we host parties. It don't gotta be here.
Are you talking?
Shell's house. Yeah, she loves doing that.
Well, shit, let's make it happen. I just the thing
You
is,
just-
the thing is,
You just host it. You host it.
The thing is-
because I end up having to do
I
it.
can host it, but nigga, I can't. I'm not the.
Well, you got to figure it out.
I know my strengths and weaknesses. I am not the one to be like, because niggas won't show up. Nigga, remember my birthday? I tried to do that shit. Nigga, who showed up? Ain't nobody show up but your motherfucking extra friend. Back in the day, when we was supposed to be like a pajama party type thing. You know what I mean? It was me, you, Anthony, and you, and some extra person.
Sarah.
And no, it wasn't Sarah, it was someone else. And then we ended up just going out to maybe Chaucer's or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, I think we ended up going to
That was
Chaucer's.
a good night.
Yeah, it was a good night, but niggas won't show. So just let you know what.
So
I had the
you're-
idea.
So
but
you're just saying that people won't show up to your party, but you can cook though, right? Yeah.
well,
You can
most
cook,
people
though, right?
won't eat. I only want food.
No, well, huh?
I don't know how to do the fucking
No,
carrot. The
no,
motherfucking carrot
no.
with the,
You can learn.
with the hot dog or whatever.
You can learn.
The carrot
I
dog.
just made some of those.
Nigga, shit.
Did you?
You didn't see them?
I didn't make those.
I said I just made some.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
Oh, see, this is
They were
teamwork.
good.
No, it's
We
not.
could do it together.
It's not teamwork. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I end up paying for everything. I end up cooking everything. I end up hosting.
because
No.
you don't communicate it. If you communicated, then you wouldn't have to do all that stuff. Last time about that party that happened at Shell's crib, you didn't communicate any of that stuff. Hey, can y'all get this? Can we do this? It just happened. I mean, if it was communicated, it would be no issue. Niggas don't have no problem chipping in. Fuck with me, nigga.
Sounds like we need to sounds like we need to wrap up, and then we'll invite all of our podcast friends, all the members to our cookout.
we can probably
We're going
get
to invite all the subscribers. Let's talk about one thing before we wrap. We can talk about 10 minutes. They had cocaine in the White House.
I'm sorry, what?
They found cocaine in the White House.
Joe Biden out there getting
They found cocaine in the White House.
like, are we talking about a brick that they found a little baggie? Like, I mean, because you know what I'm saying? These politicians, they be getting fucked up.
Of course, there's cocaine in the White House.
It's just like,
It's
what?
the fact that
How did they
found
find?
it.
How did they found it and then it's publicized?
Yeah.
What do you? Okay, I need more information. What do you mean?
That's all I know.
Oh,
That's all I know. That's all I
did
know.
Secret Service find it?
What,
Did they find it? Did they
Steve,
find it in
they
the Oval
found
Office?
cocaine in the White House. What do you think? Well, what do you?
Cocaine. Let me just look it up. Then.
Mel, get your clips.
in the White House.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Joe Biden said, "If I can explain America in one word."
It says-
Traces.
Secret Service agents found traces of the illegal narcotic while President Joe Biden was away at Camp David for a retreat, and later confirmed it was in the West Wing lobby where guests enter before taking private tours.
Of course.
Okay, well then somebody.
So what they're trying to do is blame it on guests.
Right.
Yeah.
They're blaming it on guests.
wait,
Nah, it was probably Hunter Biden.
Hunter
Saudi.
Biden is not in the White House.
Saudi. I mean, but what kind of guest? What idiot would bring? I mean, I
Nobody.
would
It's
assume.
bull. It's
I
bull.
would assume that I'd be scared as hell because they're searching you like crazy.
It's the Secret Service.
Yeah, you're not coming to the White House with cocaine.
Okay. That's a federal offense.
I mean,
Like,
And if it's not true, maybe it could be a distraction.
well, it's all a distraction, right?
something was found, but it wasn't cocaine.
I mean, it's all a distraction.
They said they did
That's what I'm-
investigate the
that's what
powdery
I'm saying.
substance. Yeah.
They found something. Maybe it was an attempt on Biden, and they found
Bro,
anthrax.
there's no need to attempt that. He's gone.
This is you.
I literally, what I just said, he said that.
I believe it.
He was at a press release or I don't know whatever, making an announcement. I can describe America in one word. Hibbity bobbity boobity boo.
Was that real?
It's real.
When's that real?
No.
Have you never seen him? That's like
That can't
You
be
are
real.
so far removed from reality
He
right
said
now.
that.
Bruh.
Oh, Biden is.
He's gone. He's
His
gone.
mind is.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing into that. Like, come on.
No, I think Biden is really sick. And I think, okay, first of all, F the fact that he's playing.
Yeah.
If he's playing, he's doing a great job. Guess what? He should be impeached. He should be removed.
The House already passed it. Well, I don't know if it passed the Senate, but they were impeaching him. Like the process is moving.
so
What's the point of impeaching, though?
Well,
I mean, it's just a show.
but then the problem is we get Kamala
Like, because what's his name? Trump was impeached.
twice.
But he
Yeah.
still was president. Like, I don't understand that.
Impeaching doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's just the process.
yeah.
It's just like being called a felon, but you're still able to apply for the job. Like, I don't.
Hey,
I
man,
don't
leave the felons
Impeaching
alone.
is like
Leave
the
impeaching
felons
is like
alone.
it's like I'm accusing you of doing XYZ, but you haven't been proven guilty yet.
Yeah.
But so whatever. The point is, like, he's incoherent most of the time. He's always tripping and falling. It's insane that we are allowing this man to continue to be the leader of the quote unquote free world. It just goes to show you how much of a clown show this is. And this is why I don't understand how people who really take this stuff seriously, I don't understand how they don't, like, it's like, whoa, this is just a little off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if I really took this seriously, I would be pissed right now. Even if I voted for Biden. Even if I voted for Biden, I'm like, yo, he's got to get out of there. And the fact that people are still against Trump right now, it just goes to show you how strong the media is.
Yeah.
Like, how are you still against Trump
Yeah.
right
That
now?
man ain't even been a president for 4 years, whatever, and y'all still just.
People hate Trump, and they'll have like some interview on the street. What do you think of Trump? Oh, I hate Trump. I don't like Trump. He is. What don't you like about him? Don't you hear what the media says about him? Bingo. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, like the video. We will see you beautiful people
Don't
next
do
time.
cocaine in the White House,
Don't
please.
do cocaine in the White House, your grass, the backyard, the front yard, anybody's yard, or in front of children. You know what I mean?
You could suck on a cocoa leaf, though.
Cocoa leaves. Cocaine, I leave.
That's not the same.
Chris James, Stephen Michael. I am Animated Male. We will see you all next time. Peace and love.
Peace.